again with a little more Lego Indiana Jones, the original adventures. Unlike the last few episodes where I was able to do 1 or 2 levels at a time, I'm fairly certain this one is gonna take up the entire runtime. But we shall see. If nothing else, it is at least a little easier now that I have all the detectors on. Can just kind of eliminate the guesswork. The guesswork. I don't have a guest. As of yet. Maybe sometime in the future I will. According to this map, it looks like we're in Greece, but we're supposed to be trying to get out of Berlin, if I remember correctly. What, falling out of the blimp makes you die? I mean, it's not like it's that far of a drop. I can't stand it. That's what I like about Super Screen. Super Screen can actually work on the enemies too. See? Now she's frozen. I didn't program a death animation for her. Okay, that's gonna get annoying. So. Doesn't look like there's anything up there, at least. That is one of the things I do wonder. When blimps were a thing, was it actually this luxurious? You could just kind of fly in what looked like a portable dining room? Let's see. Is there anything up here with... Oh, I could have just went up here the whole time and just kicked his butt that way. Oh well. There we go, now I got 2 of the innocents in Stunlock. Oh thank goodness, I was getting worried he might have froze. This level has always been kind of glitchy in that aspect. That here, build the propeller. Hoorah. That way I can get some of the pieces out, you know. There's the key. 12:45, eh? I guess I need to fix the mechanism first. I probably mentioned it the first time I played this level, but this is one of those favorites for me. I love an expansive level that requires a fair bit of exploring. But more importantly is if there's going to be an expansive level of exploring, I want to make it that there's actually things you can collect and whatnot. And well, there is a lot to do in this level. Not only does it cover a great distance, there are a lot of different collectibles and whatnot. First things first, gotta fix the time. 12:45. I wonder, in like another 5 years, will kids even be able to do this puzzle anymore? Since they probably don't even know how to tell time like this. Come on, that's 12:45. Oh, okay. I guess it just kind of gets stuck there. Well, that makes it a little easier at least. I guess maybe the next generation isn't entirely doomed for trying to figure that out. to run that over with the tractor, much like how the carrots were in the last level. Well, last episode. Yeah, both would be pretty accurate, actually. Because the last episode, I did the last level. First things first, gotta bring the water in. Kind of makes me think of the famous stunt Buster Keaton did in, I believe it was Sherlock Holmes Jr. Apparently, years later, he went to a doctor and they told him he sustained a broken neck from that stunt. That's the Roaring 20s for you. He was just a man who came to the world of stunts and the world of physical comedy. It's especially great to watch these days because I can't imagine anybody else trying to do what he did. Just because of how dangerous everything was. Okay, I kind of thought there was... But you could destroy these apples? But why? I get the feeling they were probably collectibles at one point, but... That's weird. Okay, well anyway, I need to bring on the International Harvester again. I'm sure there are probably other tractor brands, but I get the feeling that International Harvester is probably the most famous. Either that or... Who's the other one? I think it was called Boomer or something. There's a few. Those are like the only two I know of. But if you were to ask like a random person on the street, name a tractor brand, I think they would probably guess International Harvester. Okay, so you gotta grow them, and then you destroy them. Or because they're mushrooms, perhaps you smoke them. No, but you don't smoke magic mushrooms, you eat them. So I've been told. I do not condone drug use. Okay, so that's for the parcel. Very interesting. Where's the Grail Knight? There we are. Gotta keep the masters of the sword together, you know? Kind of annoying that gets blown up each time, but you know. Not blown up, destroyed. I was gonna say, it's probably just gonna be that simple, isn't it? Give me the keeper of the book. Actually, I get the feeling it probably... I like that. I get the feeling that you have to do this regardless. Oh. Well, how did I not get that the first time? Oh well. Yeah, so it looks like I already got the mini kit for this one. So I think all I need to do is just fix the car, don't I? Yeah. Already got a wrench character. Gotta get the blue. I bet this guy doesn't have a driver's license. This makes me think of Steven Universe, where I think Pearl started driving, and it's just like, why don't you just pull over? It's not like I'm much of a I don't have a driver's license. It's not like I'm even a citizen. I've been here for like 3,000 years. Or something like that. And if anyone would ask me what my favorite Steven Universe episode is, it would probably be that one. The one where Pro gets a crush on the pink-haired woman. It's just something kind of fun about seeing the more, shall we say, uptight character having to realize what it's like to be a rebel, or even enjoying being a rebel. But even more so than that, I think it's cute. Of course, I also can't forget the finale. I did a whole episode on that one, but... Well, when it comes to episodes, I want to just pop on and watch. The one where Pearl falls in love is definitely up there. Now, I just got to be careful because I do not want to trigger the end cutscene. Mostly because I still haven't finished picking up the rest of the mini-kits yet. Actually, I'll save that one for last, just in case. No, I should do that one second, because last time I played it, that was where it would get stuck up. Okay, there's one of the sand castles. Seems like it's pointing out to something. A secret area. Reminds me a lot of Banjo-Kazooie in ways. The idea there's supposed to be the whole stop and swap thing. I think on Treasure Trove Cove there was a very similar rock placement. Oh, so I could have just jumped across these the whole time. That's interesting. Yeah, gotta find the other sandcastles. And that'll be it for this level. Nope. Well, here's about like... He's very old. So the idea he's able to get up at all is pretty impressive. I love it when you get chain them together like that. Need a shovel. There's one. Then the other one I think is like all the way back here, if I remember correctly. Ah. Somehow I remember there was one hiding behind the rock. Oh, right. That should be it. Hoorah. Treasure magnet. Now, when you get a little closer to the studs, they'll come to you. I remember in LEGO Star Wars it was called Stud Magnet. And to kind of show you how much more lenient this game is, basically Stud Magnet turned on in LEGO Star Wars was what it's like to pick up the studs in this game. So the Stud Magnet in this one is actually a lot more so. And I got the picture of a falcon picture, a statuette. Maybe it's a Maltese falcon. Now, come to think of it, I think there's only one more level to take care of. I got that right? Yeah, there is. Now let's see, how am I looking on the camera? I'll try it. Last level of the game, because I already 100%ed that one to get the last Han Solo character. Temple of the Grail. And it seems appropriate that I would have the Grail Knight for such a thing. Like I always say, this level always is full of bittersweet memories. Because it's kind of the mark of the end. It was a fun ride. I enjoyed it. But now I've got to get off the roller coaster and have somebody else enjoy it for a while. But, nothing else. For all it was worth all the while. It's often unpredictable, but in the end, it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Which, yeah, let's be perfectly honest, that song has been overplayed like crazy. It's like in every graduation and whatnot. Can I just figure out where the parcel is? Unless, maybe I have to destroy the other truck for that. I do like the idea that you really get to see the intensity of the flames that things are starting to warp around the area. I didn't get the stub magnet. Oh well. Alright, Brody. Don't get lost in your own museum this time. And this is one of the fun things to think about, is that where they filmed at least the exterior shots of this particular temple that they call Alexandrata is actually in modern-day Turkey, I believe? What was the name of the city? I want to say Petrite for some reason, but that can't be right. Petra, maybe? That sounds right. The city of Petra? Well, for any of you archaeologists out there, feel free to tell me where that was filmed. I'm thinking it's Petra offhand. Certainly sounds about right to me. Alright. Go! I just figure out where the parcel is to this thing. Unless maybe it's up there and I just missed it. Nope. Maybe it's further back. Hurrah! Wonder where it's pointing now. It's probably pointing inside the temple, I would wager. Well, I'm sure the Grail Knight knows how to ride a horse, so that this is probably the most likely thing that would make sense for this character. Dang it. Get up there! In the immortal words of James Rolfe. Okay. Pull the lever, trunk. You're taking too long. Oh, just in time. Just above me, it looks like. What's the torch for? Good thing I got the red first. I wonder what would happen if I put the blue in first. Would it just be floating there, or would it just do nothing? There's the seal. You cross it and the whole temple crumbles. Go! You'd think the light of the one torch would be enough, but no, you gotta have two. No? Yeah. Let's see. Oh. What am I thinking? I've already got the thuggy out. Open up that little room for me. So let me guess, it's a picture of it? Kind of like a Wile E. Coyote then. Or maybe a rip through the paper. There it is. Just gotta plop this in the right area. Then hopefully where that one arrow is pointing is where I will need to go to next. It seems that way. I always found this weird. It's like, why would you want to start the traps, but, well, I guess I do need a movement. Was this one? Okay. It was just like I was so busy talking, and I forgot to actually figure out where I needed to do it. So what's this switch do? I mean, I know it obviously opens up this door, but what's in this room? Treasure. Treasure beyond all of it. Treasure was fought over for centuries by tyrants and warlords. Every time it changed hands, it grew larger, and then all of a sudden, it vanished. It didn't reappear for more than 1,000 years, the Knights of the First Crusade. I'm surprised I have that as memorized as I do. For any of you that are either big National Treasure fans or big Christopher Plummer fans. And yes, it is kind of crazy to think that, yeah, that's Von Trapp that's giving that particular soliloquy, so I would say. I'm trying to remember how the rest of it went. It was just like, well, you see, the knights who found the vaults thought the treasure was too great for any one man, not even a king. Over the years, they smuggled it out of Europe. Yeah, I can't remember the rest. I just know eventually they were saying they called themselves the Freemasons, naming after the people that created the temple in the first place, which is kind of a fun little nod, I would say. Yes. That's it. I knew I needed a sword. Let's see if I can actually do this without tripping up. Seems like I always get the movement of it mixed up and it gets stuck sometimes. Yep, I knew it was going to happen at least once. There we go. Just gonna put the switch in. I love this statue of the knight here. Like, if Lego actually came out with something that looked just like that, I'd be pretty tempted to buy it. Like, I mean, obviously you'd have to build it to make it look kind of stone-like. But, yeah, I think it would be interesting. So all I have to do is just raise the platform. I wonder if there's timing for it. Probably would have been pointing to this whole time. You can just barely see the last one up ahead. There's the book. That's where the eye is. And here's the key. This is kind of one of the things I wonder about is I feel like people have definitely asked John Williams about like Jurassic Park and Star Wars, perhaps maybe parts of Harry Potter, but I wonder if anybody's ever really asked him, how did you feel about the Indiana Jones movies? Making a score for them and whatnot. Get that timing right. I figured I was gonna die there. Gotta whip across. we'll do that anyway. I like the idea that it's like a little higher pitched, so it's actually a little different. Would I like break the game or something? We'll get the cross. Ah yes, I think I know exactly where the last mini kit is. It's in the mouth of the lion. And I need a bazooka to get to it. But first, we got to spell out Jehovah. Trying to remember if I mentioned it last time, but I remember that was always the thing that annoyed me when it didn't annoy me, but it very much annoyed my parents. And the idea that certain translations of the Bible, God was either written as the word Jehovah or Yahweh. And my parents always hated the word Jehovah because, well, Jehovah's Witness, I guess, but I guess it really depends on the translation. I mean, the Bible itself was written in like 3 different languages over a span of like 800 years. You could bet that a few things were going to change at that time. Alright, well, that's it. Invincibility. Just in time for it to basically be the end of the game. Here we build a Grail itself. It's not the Holy Grail, because in the movie, the Holy Grail was the cup of a carpenter. That's more like the Grail that Donovan drank out of and then slowly crumbled to dust. There is, however, a few more things that need to be done in order to 100% this game. I hope you'll join me next episode, where we will do just that. Until next time, keep having fun.